nominate Honorable Tajuddin Abbas.
I so second.
I rise to humbly accept the nomination.
Is hereby declared the winner and returned elected as the Speaker of the House of Representatives.
It was observed that 1,199,984,000 was written in figure.
Lawmakers investigate the National Population Commission over monies expended on the postponed 2023 population and housing census.
This committee will also want to know what the Nigeria Railway Corporation is doing about maintenance of rail tracks.
And how squeeze NRC over vandalization of assets. It's good to have you join us again on another fresh package of House Ticket, bringing you activities of our elected lawmakers in the House of Representatives. The House, being on break for 3 weeks, has closed all legislative duties except for committee meetings that may arise to address national matters needing urgent attention. It is along these lines that the Committee on Land Transport last week interacted with the Managing Director of the Nigeria Railway Corporation, who was invited to make some clarifications on recent railway track theft, vandalism, among other issues. In another development, the House Committee on Population also held a one-day investigative hearing into the monies expended on the postponed 2023 population and housing census by the National Population Commission. Details of this will be coming up in the course of the program. We will wrap up today's episode with an exclusive interview we had with Representative Abubakar Hassan Fulata on a particular motion he moved on the floor of the House. Please stay tuned as we return with the full details after this timeout.
The House will pay priority attention to participatory budgeting process and delivery, law reform, electoral reform, women's participation and inclusion in governance, among others.
Thanks for staying tuned. We begin the program with the engagement of the House Committee on Land Transport as well as the House Committee on Population. The reporters compiled is presented from our studio.
The House Committee on Population held a one-day investigative hearing on the monies expended during the postponed 2023 population and housing census by the National Population Commission. The hearing, which held on Friday, 22nd March 2024, had the chairman as well as the DG of the commission in attendance. In his remark, the chairman of the committee, Representative Okunjimi John Odimayo, stated that the committee is committed to correcting every wrong raised in all the petitions presented, as well as motions moved by individuals, groups, civil societies and other members of the parliament demanding to know how monies were expended on the postponed 2023 population and housing census.
It may interest you to know that the leadership of the committee has been working tirelessly to make sure this population and housing census is a reality this year. Petition or motion notwithstanding, this committee is here to level every rough ground and come out with the best census so far in the history of our great nations. Further to this committee's findings, it has resolved to carry out on-the-spot assessment to the Commission headquarters in Abuja and all the 36 states of Nigeria.
Census has not been conducted.
In his presentation, the chairman of the National Population Commission, Nasir Isa Kwara, stated that the commission is working tirelessly to ensure that the commission conducts the census after 18 years of not having one. He said that the commission was on the verge of conducting the census in May last year, but could not do so because it coincided with the swearing-in of the current administration.
We have been on our toes preparing for the conduct of the census. And we've carried out these activities and we're almost on the verge of conducting census in May, when it was postponed to the time that the new administration has come in and settled down and take ownership in the preparation for the census. And thank God, Mr. President has indicated his support for the conduct of the census. And I would like to thank members of the National Assembly for buying too. You also want the MPC to conduct the census.
That money is not one-day money.
Speaking on the monies expended on the postponed 2023 population and housing census, the Director General of the Commission, Dr. Osifo Telson Ojogu, had this to say.
That money is not one-day money. It spans from 2015 to date. And it must be stated clearly also that census is a process. You leave a phase and jump into the next one. Some may run pari passu. Nigeria is not a small country. Nigeria is a country with estimated population of 223 million persons. A land mass that is about 923,000 square kilometers. And this land mass must be demarcated. It must be apportioned to the point that an enumerator will be able to cover up a land space. It means that for a country that has not done census for the past 18 years, you have barely no defined structures apart from what existed. In that wise, the National Population Commission had to demarcate the 774 local government areas into enumeration areas. For those who do statistics, that's what we call PSU, Primary Sampling Unit. And this started in 2015, and these funds were released gradually to cover this.
It was observed that
Some members of the committee asked questions regarding the postponed census.
Is Mr. President aware of the state of things as regards census?
We've briefed him on the need to really conduct the census. And he has indicated that he's going to support the Commission in the conduct of the census. He has said this to us when we briefed him and at a different fora. The census budget has been prepared and we sent it to him. It cannot be taken to the National Assembly for appropriation until he sees it and is okay with it.
Mr. Chairman, the extract report from the meeting, the board meeting aired by your commission, as at February 21, 2022, it was observed that 1,199,984,000 was written in figure as approved money on 21 February 2022. But the sum of 1 million, you see the discrepancy now in figure, 1,181,985,000 was written in words. So we have discrepancy of 1 billion plus in the course of computation in written in figure.
The status of all this equipment that you have bought, whether you know, because before you buy any equipment in bulk like this, you need to get an agreement with the supplier, the warranty, the service level agreement, all those agreements that you're supposed to get, so that when the process is going to start again, we're not going to buy the same equipment?
The lifespan of the tablets is just a warranty that will expire, not that those tablets cannot be used. The warning here is that if we continue, if they continue to remain in their normal state, motionless state is a deadly state, is the heaviest state that anything can be in. Assuming we want to help ourselves one way or the other, Chairman and Co., we had meetings with some Chinese companies, whether we're going to get box of charger. Is it 100 per box? 100, 200, so that they will charge those things at least for a period. It is a way to revive them. It's not like they are dead. They are not dead.
The hearing was adjourned to 19th April 2024. Still on committee sittings, the House Committee on Land Transport on Monday 25th March 2024 engaged the Managing Director of the Nigerian Railway Corporation (NRC) in order to shed more light on the allegation of theft of railway coaches in Maiduguri, Borno State, which led to the arrest and detention of some NRC workers.
What the Nigerian Railway Corporation is doing about...
In her remark, Chairman of the committee, Representative Blessing Onyechi Onu, stated that the alleged movement of coaches from Maiduguri to Jos gave rise to speculations of alleged theft of NRC's assets across the country.
This committee will also want to know what the Nigerian Railway Corporation is doing about maintenance of rail tracks and coaches, the rails and sleepers that were replaced with new ones, quantities to be stacked and sorted into scraps and useful ones that can be reused. If the sorting has been done, what quantity is available as scrap? If the sorting hasn't been done, why is that so? So that they don't go back or out of use quickly. As we also know, we have issues of vandalism, which is one of the major evil acts affecting most critical national infrastructures. And we believe the rail sector is not left out. This committee would want to know the extent of damages caused by vandals.
On the topic why we are here,
the Managing Director of the NRC, Engineer Freeborn Okiria, while making his presentation, dismissed the allegation, stating that the coaches are moved to locations where they are needed during routine work, adding that the coaches in Maiduguri were being taken to Jos Plateau State when they were intercepted. While noting that the issue was later resolved, he pointed out that the Joint Task Force had been duly informed about the plan to move the coaches since September.
The movement was official, properly arranged, and maybe out of overzealousness and whatnot, it went to press that people are stealing coaches. I came with the CP who was in charge of the movement and who was relating with his counterpart, and also the task force unit of Borno.
The MD further stated that the Minister of Transport has inaugurated a committee to address the challenges in the corporation. As part of its mandate, he said, the committee is currently going round the country to ascertain the volume and value of the assets of the corporation.
What is submitted here is not even the acknowledgement copy.
Some members of the committee asked the Managing Director of the NRC some questions.
Why is it that Nigerian Railway Corporation properties are the target of these thefts? Are you saying the internal staff of yours are culpable or what? First, yes, last year it was a ticket racketeering, the same NRC. Years back, there was a kidnapping attempt whereby a whole train was put to a stop. Very, very ridiculous. The same Nigerian Railway Corporation. We have had where sleepers, both in use and disuse, are being stolen. And recently, a whole coaches. We would like you to tell us why is it the Nigerian Railway Corporation that is witnessing all this.
If we don't address this properly, and this is usually your ways of moving, coaches from one state to another. It may keep reoccurring. That's why we want you to emphasize on what you have, what has happened, and then clarify the issues on ground. What is the method, the manner of approach that you usually use in your agency to move such locomotives or coaches? That's what we want to know.
We moved coaches from Lagos to Akpo to start at Akpewori, and we moved coaches recently, wagons, from Lagos to Port Harcourt to assist in moving of ballast that is told for the present construction that is taking place between Port Harcourt and Aba. So the way ordinarily should go by track, if track is available. If track is not available, we arrange with what we call a special truck to move the coaches.
All these were reactionaries. Everything you submitted here were afterthought of the event, because this event happened on a Saturday, 14th of October 2023, same day that you wrote to the IG. Now, same day that you wrote to the IG, and what you submitted here is not even the acknowledgement copy from the IG's office. The implication of this is that it is possible that you just wrote this thing and they have not even received it, because I have wanted you to attach here acknowledgement copy showing when the IG received your letter, inviting him that you are about to move those rolling stocks.
The district manager, North, where the rolling stock had to be moved to Jos, wrote to this theater commander because the rolling stock want to pass through the major road instead of the rail track, because there's no track. There are those who are always on the road, on checkpoint, roadblocks. So because that's why we wrote to them, intimated that this movement is legal, so that they can give them safe passage on the way. That's why we wrote to this theater commander, operation task force on this thing. That's why we wrote them. They are if you are to be police, the new quarter rider, the railway police command, and the policemen are following them.
The lessons that you have learned from the incident that happened. And also, if I got you correctly, Ghana has spoken well. He also said that perhaps what we thought earlier could be the case. Somebody must be held accountable. Someone out there is not doing his or her job as it should be. So when next you are going to move coaches, ensure that you reach out to the people that are responsible to act accordingly.
In case you just joined us, the program is House Ticket, coming to you on the NTA Parliament. As I mentioned at the beginning of the program, part of today's package is an exclusive interview we had with Representative Abubakar Hassan Fulata, Chairman House Committee on University Education. It will be recalled that Representative Fulata on Wednesday, 7 February 2024, moved a motion on the need to investigate the allegations of certificate racketeering by Nigerian students in collusion with some officials from various MDAs in Nigeria.
In the last 2 months, the country has been plagued by a scandal involving Omar Audu, a journalist who went undercover to investigate a booming business where he obtained a certificate and a transcript from École Supreme de la Gestion et de Technologies in Cotonou, Benin Republic, Cotonou, and participated in the NYSC within a month. It was craftily achieved with the active involvement and connivance of government officials and the Federal Ministry of Education, the Nigerian Immigration Service, and National Youth Service Corps. Alarmed that the journalist recounted his experience where the agent gave the option of staying either for a year, a month, but he opted for 1 month in which he obtained a certificate and transcript without attending lectures at the said university or without leaving Nigeria.
House Ticket asked the lawmaker what informed his decision to move the motion.
People out of desperation who go and get a forged certificate. They have never gone through the relevant courses. In fact, some did not even go to any school at all. They get certificates, go through NYSC, and get employed without going to school. This will impact negatively not only on our image, but on the quality of civil servants and public servants that will be employed or engaged through these fake certificates.
One of the resolutions of the motion was to mandate the House Committee on University Education to investigate, proffer solutions as well as sanctions to defaulters. Representative Abubakar Hassan Fulata, who happens to chair the committee, told us how the committee intends to go about the investigation.
We are going to invite all the dramatist personnel that are involved, all ministries and agencies that are involved. And then it would also involve going outside the country, especially to Benin Republic, where you have preponderance of institutions that are involved in this act of certificate racketeering. So it's going to be it's going to be thorough. It's going to be open to the public. It's going to be transparent. And whoever is found guilty, there will be appropriate sanction.
Moving on, Representative Fulata also assured Nigerians about the investigation, stating that, on his part, he will do that which is expected of him.
My responsibility is to expose, bring out the truth, bring out the role of all the individuals that were found guilty, and then it is up to the government now to go after those individuals. My responsibility would be done after laying out the truth openly.
On a final note, Representative Abubakar Hassan Fulata made a call to Nigerians regarding the motion.
I want you to give it adequate publicity so that all members of the public will effectively participate in this investigation and also get their cooperation. I want to get the cooperation of the members of the public, law enforcement agencies, and everybody that is concerned to assist us with this very, very crucial job.
That was the interview we had with Representative Abubakar Hassan Fulata. He represents the good people of Birniwa, Guri, Kirkasama Federal Constituency of Jigawa State under the platform of the All Progressives Congress, APC. He is the Chairman House Committee on University Education. The lawmaker in his final message said Nigerians should expect the best from his committee. It is on that note that we draw the curtains on this edition of House Ticket. And as we sign off here, we urge you to follow us on our social media platforms on display. Don't forget to send in your comments and questions, and on our part, we will do our best to get our representatives, address them accordingly. Remember to stay safe always. Bye-bye.